the cool thing about this is that you can launch this for paid ads. You can launch this to any medium in which you have an audience. I've had clients that have launched magazine ads with a power offer. We've done LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, social media. I mean, it works anywhere that you have an audience because it is direct response focused and it is meant to give you a clear idea of what in my offer makes people say yes. Hey, it's Joel Irway, and welcome to another very special episode of Sold with Webinars, the high-ticket courses book preview edition. Now, in this episode, we are going to talk about how to create your power offer, which is a culmination of everything we kind of talked about in the previous episodes, but now we are going to distill that into an actionable step that gets results, right? If I were to identify one thing that has moved the needle more than anything else in my teachings, like for my students and for my clients, this would be it. In the previous episode, I talked about the idea of identifying your closest to the whole avatar, identifying the right messaging. This now, when we talk about the power offer, is converting that message into a direct response style message that gets people to raise their hand and say yes. I was on a recent podcast interview, a recent training with one of my good friends and good clients, Jason, and I alluded to what a power offer was. I said, a power offer, it's a simple 1 to 2 sentence framework, but what it really is it's a direct response elevator pitch, right? And so we've all heard this idea of the elevator pitch, where you have to, get what it is that you do in, shrink it down into like 30 seconds. So anybody who hears it has a crystal clear idea of what you do, right? If you met somebody on the elevator and they ask what you do, boom, you pitch it to them and they're like, oh, wow, cool, right? Well, this is kind of like the direct response version of your elevator pitch. And so the way that I want you to think about it is I want you to think about that closest to the whole avatar, that person who has tried and failed, and now you're speaking to that person. When I created my first power offer, I created it I pivoted, right? I was trying to, before I understood what power offers were, I was creating lead generation campaigns, and I was trying to target marketing qualified leads of people who needed to be educated before making a decision. Now, I want you to focus on sales qualified leads, or SQLs, of people who are in that buying mode decision already. And if you were to make them an offer, what would you say? So these are people who are already shopping around. They're making buying decisions. They're in the consideration stage. Okay, so I want to give you the framework of what a power offer really is, and I'll explain this a little bit more through the example of my first power offer that I launched. So the power offer framework is very, very simple, right? It's a simple framework that says, if I offer to give you some sort of benefit without my major, whatever major obstacles they are going through right now, would you take me up on that offer? Okay. It's very, very simple. That is the power offer. And the cool thing about this is that you can launch this for paid ads. You can launch this to any medium in which you have an audience. I've had clients that have launched magazine ads with a power offer. We've done LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, social media. I mean, it works anywhere that you have an audience because it is direct response focused and it is meant to give you a clear idea of what in my offer makes people say yes, right? Because this is the ad that we ran. This is the ad that many of my clients run. This is the ad that two of my clients, Boyd and Caruana, they use this exact framework without deviating from it, and they're doing over 7 figures per year each. And I've had plenty of other clients that have developed their power offer ads and just gotten incredible results. But when we distill it down into this simple framework that also works as an ad, you understand what it is that your audience really wants. You get immediate feedback saying, yes, I want that. Yes, I'm ready to talk. Yes, I'm in an urgent need right now. And you get that offer feedback that gets people to say, okay, cool, let's have a conversation, right? So the example that I want to give you was when I made the shift of launching power offers and instead of focusing on educating my market and going after that target avatar that was closest to the hole, somebody who has tried and failed, my first power offer that I launched was as such, right? It was attention course creators, coaches, and experts. If I offer to build you a high converting sales webinar with a super fast turnaround in about 24 hours without you needing to worry about what to say or how to say it, so you can fill your courses and programs now, would you take me up on that offer? Okay. That was it. That was the ad. That was the message. And if you read that again, if you listen to that again, you will see and you will hear that I completely, like, even though I'm going after the same exact market, I completely pivoted who I was targeting within that market. So this power offer ad was somebody who's in the consideration stage of like, I know I need a webinar. I've tried to create a webinar in the past. It's a pain in the butt. There's a ton of crap that I got to write on my own. I don't know how to extract all the information. I don't know how to create the best offer. I just need some help. I need somebody to like, I already know I want one. I need somebody to help me. That is who I'm targeting. Whereas when I was running my own webinar, launching a webinar, that, attracting people in through that message, it's more education style, which is, hey, I want to teach you I want to show you why webinars are the greatest thing since sliced bread, right? That would be like my message to that audience because I want to educate them. I'm giving them education first. They're not necessarily in an urgent pain, an urgent need. They want to learn more before making a buying decision. And that's going to cost me a lot more money to try and convert those types of people. So your power offer is now how we craft a message targeting that closest to the whole ideal avatar of somebody who's ready and willing to make a buying decision right now. So that is what the power offer is. There's more context, there's more details inside the book. So I highly encourage you to check out the book. Go to book.highticketcourses.com and you can start reading it instantly. Go ahead and grab your copy, download it right now, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Thank you for tuning in to this installment of my High Ticket Courses book preview series.